Today I am reviewing Call of Juares Gunslinger for the Nintendo Switch. Call of Juarez is a Western-themed first-person shooter, and it is the fourth and most recent game in the series, even though Gunslinger was released all the way back in 2013, developed by Techland. I have never played a Call of Juarez game before, but I have heard the name, and I'm sure you also have heard the name. But the thing is, I saw this on the Nintendo Switch eShop, and I saw the gameplay and I was sold from the first second. I was so curious about this game that I just had to purchase it. And my am I glad that I did. It looked simply so fun that I decided to try it. And then, after playing it a little while, I decided to review it. I was like, I owe my subscribers to review this game, because I found it by accident, so I feel like this could be, for some people, a hidden gem. Story is actually one of the strong sides to this game. You play as Silas Greaves, a Wild West veteran who sits at the saloon with a bunch of admirers and tells the tales of how he killed several outlaws and high-end bandits in exchange for free drinks. And then you as a player relives his tales as he's telling about these events. This story is funny. I had to pay attention at all times. When he was talking about the events that he had experienced and you are playing through them, sometimes the story screws up and he's like, no, that is the myth to the story, I didn't kill him that way. But you have to play the myth, and then the game kind of rewinds, and then you have to play the real story. It is so much fun. I've never played a game that has a storytelling in this sort of way before. The stories he tells are often exaggerated, of course, and sometimes his memories are somewhat foggy. But most of all, his tales are incredibly entertaining, and you get to play them all in the gameplay. Like I said, you relive his experiences as he's telling about them. So all through every mission you will hear Silas narrating the events. The game is set to several chapters, each telling a different story. You can go back and replay earlier missions if you want, and that way you can also try to find all the secret nuggets that you might have missed out on the first time around. They are small secret items to collect, and they unlock more backstory on characters in the game and all the locations. In this game you will come across many different Western weapons, like the 6-shooter, a rifle, or a shotgun, or a quick shooter, or a ranger, and several others like a sawed-off shotgun.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters.
However, you can only hold 2 types at a time, so you change out your weapons in each level as you come across them. That is good stuff. The actual gunplay feels incredible, and the Switch version has awesome gyro controls when you have aimed in your sights. I love it! The gyro controls are a must in this game. You gotta have a pro controller if you're playing this on the TV. If you play in handheld, you have the gyro controls. But I know Nebber Stefan got this game and he's playing with a wired pro controller. It's not even official, so it doesn't have gyro. I recommend using the gyro, okay? Because it's so good. In every mission, you can see where to go next by following the star, by pressing the minus button. Other than that, you can sprint, you can jump, and you can climb ladders and throw dynamite. You can also shoot barrels of TNT, which is so fun. I never understood why a lot of enemies in shooters always cling around the TNT barrels. But we love it. If you take a hit, your health will recover on its own when you just take cover for a moment. But you also get a sort of second chance when the skull symbol on the screen is lit, where you get to dodge the incoming deadly bullet in slow motion, either to the left or to the right.
It was early evening, not high noon.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
There are 3 skill trees. the Gunslinger, which is dual-wielding Desperado, the Ranger, which is focusing on long distance. I use the Ranger skill tree. And the Trapper, which is close quarters fighter. Some of the skills increases your ammo, some increases your concentration that you get when you hit down the R button. Everything slows down and all the enemies go red, sort of thing. I love that too. And some skills just give you faster reloading and stuff like that. Another gameplay mechanic are the duels. The duels are fast and fun and simple, I guess. They're not the most fun in the game, but they change up the gameplay a little bit, and it is basically, you know, a duel. The bosses in this game, there are actually two bosses that I find to be very challenging and difficult to beat, but I have sort of mastered taking them down now, as I have replayed all the levels a bunch of times already. This game is basically just action-filled gameplay. And as you can tell already, I've played this game now for every day for many days. And after this review, like after I've been filming this, I'm going to go and play it more. I'm addicted to this game. You have to play in a defensive way. Take a lot of cover and spend your concentration to make careful aims and try to land as many precise shots as you can to level up your character with experience.
They got it wrong.
Graphics. The graphics are super crisp, both on the big screen and in handheld. I am very happy about the crispness. The graphics look dated, okay? It's like very textury and edgy, but this is a game from 2013. But that doesn't harm the gameplay in any way. There's a lot of blood when you shoot your enemies, and I love how they seem to just fly around as you shoot them. Some of the scenery in this game is absolutely beautiful, to the point where I just had to simply stop for a moment and have a nice look. The light and shadow effects are also very beautiful, and some places you see god rays coming through the trees. Very nice contrasts and like a hint of cel-shaded style going on. Just the way that I like it.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention.
Music. Very Western-like. Absolutely fitting for the whole theme of the game, you know. The gun sounds are nice, and that is something that I'm very particular on. But most of all, the voice acting of Silas is the best. He has like the perfect narrator voice that follows you through the whole game. Your enemies sometimes shout random funny things too, so there's that.
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened.
Verdict. I love to fine-tune my aims and get a bunch of headshots with the gyro controls. They are so good! This game is so entertaining and so amazingly fun. I hope there will be more Call of Juares games to come in the future. I love first-person shooter games. I felt like I owed it to my subscribers to show this game to you guys, so I just really recommend this game. I have actually never played a cowboy sort of western game before, so that was sort of new to me. Another thing with the game, it is sometimes kind of hard to see the enemies, but you can use your concentration, press R and you will see them outlined in red. This game is also very forgiving if you die, because when you die, and you will die a lot, you will respawn very quickly with no loading screen, very close to where you died actually, so it's very forgiving. So it's not like, oh shit, I died, it's more like, lol, I died, okay? This game, Call of Juarez on the Nintendo Switch, Gunslinger, by the way. This game gets a 9 out of 10, because I am generous with my ratings. But most importantly, okay, what a video game is supposed to do to you, it did for me. I was never bored in this game, and that thing alone scores a whole bunch for me. Now, thank you so much for watching. If you have more first-person shooter recommendations for me, leave them in the comments down below. Please hit the like before you leave and subscribe if you are new. And I will see you later.